Hello and welcome to Your Best Interviews. My name is Eric Smith. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. I know there's a lot of places you could go, so I appreciate you spending the time with me. If this is helpful, please share with others. My goal is to help as many people as possible during this time, during this stressful time. So what I want to talk to you about today is the best answer for tell me about yourself. The reason this is so important and the reason that you should spend most of your prep time on this is because this is commonly going to be your first question. I would say 99% of interviews, you're going to get asked this question, and it's usually going to be your first question. It's the easiest way for an interviewer to best understand who you are, what your past experiences, and why you're in front of them today. There are easy ways to lose when answering this question. So when I was interviewing people regularly, this was always my first question because it helped me quickly understand who was sitting across from me. But also the most common mistake was just people would ramble. This should be the easiest thing to answer because you're the main topic of what you're responding to, and you know yourself better than anyone else. But it's very unnatural to talk about yourself and brag about your experiences and kind of talk yourself up. And so people just they tend to not practice this. And this is a huge mistake. So the ways people lose is, you ramble, you talk on and on, you don't have passion when you're talking about yourself. Like if you can't get passionate talking about yourself and what you want, that doesn't bode well for you, right? And so having very low passion, and then the other side is just speaking on things that maybe aren't relevant. Like, well, I grew up and I had a dog and I love dog. Like those things are just not important, right? So focus in on what's important and why you're in front of that person today. And then there's easy ways to win this, right? So again, it's a question that you are going to get asked, and you should prep this. Now, when I say prep and practice, I don't mean memorize this. This isn't something that should be scripted per se, but you should have a really well thought out answer for this. And there's a couple different ways to go about answering. So there's two different methods that I would say, pretty obvious, but if you structure it this way, you can kind of break down your talk track a little bit easier. So the first is to talk about present, right? So today, my name is Eric Smith. I'm currently in this position. I've been with the company this long. In the role, I do this, this, and this. So you're talking about kind of your current situation today. Maybe it's, I'm a student, I'm graduating in May and whatever. And then you want to go past. So present to past to say before this, I did this and my experience was this. And I found that I really excelled at this, which, led me to this, this, and this, and led to my current role. And then you want to bring it to the future, right? So why I'm sitting in front of you today is my goal and my where I see my career going is here, here, and here. And this is where I really want to develop my skill set. But more importantly, I want to hit the ground running and be an asset early. And I think my experiences have led me to this, right? So you're going from present to the past and then bringing it to the future as to why you're sitting in the chair in front of them today. The other way to go about this is to start from the beginning and bring it to the present or future, right? So to say, my name's, Eric Smith. I grew up in Iowa and I went to, this school and I had this experience, which led me to this. And here is where I really cut my teeth. And then you're kind of talking a little bit about your experience, but you're quickly brushing over all the important parts that led you to sitting in front of them. And that kind of paints a picture as to why you've been successful and why they should take you seriously as a candidate going forward. And so, again, two different ways to think about answering this question. You can go with present, past, future, or you can go past, present, future. It doesn't really matter, right? It's just a matter of, how do you want to tell your story? What's the easiest way for you to tell your story in a very succinct way? And then the other way to win this is practice. You have to practice. So if you're not practicing this question, I would say with 50 to 60% of your time, like you're making a mistake because you will get asked this question. You could practice 100 different interview questions that could come your way. But I'm telling you right now, this is the one that will come your way. And so you should absolutely be practicing this. Write it out. And I know I said don't script it and don't memorize it. You do want to write this out. right? You want to write this out. You want to have it practiced so that you know it inside and out. Like you practice to the point where I could pull the sheet away and you could just talk, right? Because again, it's your life. You know this stuff. You know your experiences. But if you practice it over and over and you do it in front of a mirror and you do it to your friends where it's awkward, right? You're getting yourself into an uncomfortable position of telling your story so much that it's muscle memory, that it's easy to get through it. And you can be really succinct with your talk track. So you're not talking for 10 minutes or 5 minutes on the first question that should take you 2 minutes or less to answer. So practice, practice, practice. You really want to be succinct with your answers, but think about all the different things that are relevant for why you're sitting in front of them, right? Like all of your experiences, where you went to school, what you did in school, your experiences in school. Maybe it's your first job. What are the different roles that you had that led you to sitting in front of them today? And then express again why you're excited to be talking with them today. I always end it with, which leads me to sitting in front of you today. I saw this job and I feel like with my experience, my work ethic, I really feel like I can be an asset and hit the ground running. And so I'm excited to be meeting with you today, and excited to hear more about this opportunity and share why I think I'd be a great fit for you. But you're just kind of, again, bringing it all back to why you're in front of them and setting the stage for the rest of the interview. So really, really important. Practice, practice. Make sure you have passion. Do it in front of the mirror. Do it in front of your friends. Do it to the point where, it's muscle memory and you can rattle off this answer in a really, really passionate way, but a really succinct way that lets the interviewer know a lot about you, understand your history, but more importantly, has a really good kind of sets the tone for the rest of the interview.